Hello everyone and welcome back to Team Fortress TV 2. Tonight we've got a very exciting night on a busy Thursday. We've got 3 games occurring over here. We're going to have MANDEM against 4Fence over on the main channel. We're going to have the Germans against TLR. So all the top 4 in action tonight. And then over on DumTum Stream there's also Garda against Havoc. So take your pick, get all monitors on, get your phone on at the same time, get yourself ready and get yourself in for a very intense night of TF2 action. But I won't be alone on this. I'll be joined with J-Max on production and Danny, who's joining me on the cast. So how are you doing, Danny?
Hello. I'm good. Should be an exciting game. I'm looking forward to it. My first cast as well. This game is really interesting because this 4Fence team, although they have 2 different players, Rons isn't here anymore, Zunis is in his place, Poi is going to be on medic. This is the team last season, obviously, that beat MANDEM in the lower bracket final to make it to the grand final against Witness, lose out there, but this is a rematch of that. So MANDEM themselves, they've made a roster change.
Yeah, it's a bit of a grudge match, but like you say, 4Fence really came good towards the back end of that season, and particularly in the playoffs, they had a really good run. And to be honest, they had a pretty decent stab against Witness in the final. Really held their own for long portions of that map. But yeah, like you say, the roster changes seem to have at least done pretty decent. They've been doing it very, very well, particularly on Koth. Sort of been their trademark, and I think we're going to be starting off on Koth product. But over on the other side, MANDEM obviously no slouches of their own. Went completely unbeaten, perfect 6-0 every game in the regular season last time. I guess, is there anyone over on this side that you want to keep an eye out on in this game?
I mean, the obvious one is Fancy. He does have an average of 315 DPM, which is ridiculous on demo. Lardox, definitely want to keep an eye on him. He is the newest addition to this team, but he obviously has experience playing with pretty much all of these players. He's been out of competition for a little bit, but he just created the whole MANDEM thing. He knows everybody on this team. Yeah, I mean, it should be a great game, all things considered. I think this will be a great matchup of Demoman and of DM overall. The scouts on the French side are really great, Nevo and Che. They have great synergy. On the MANDEM side, you have just raw DM everywhere. And it looks like we'll be going in a little bit.
Yeah, we're going live very soon for Koth product. This map number 1. I don't have too much info on who's picked it, given previous results this season. 4Fence have looked very damn good, and Koth in general, but in particular on product, beating out league leaders TLR 3-0 earlier on. But yeah, we're getting live and rollouts are beginning.
Yeah, you could actually see Che on sniper there for a second at the beginning, probably faking out that spy check there. So it's possible that MANDEM might expect a sniper here, even though there is not going to be one in play. So that might lead them to play a little bit more passive. But so far, both teams respecting each other's space. Nicky's going to be going really aggressive on the flank.
Yeah, getting caught as well. Yeah, Bushman's coming in. They're really traded out though, so nice counter aggression, but Lardox jumping in to get that kill, goes down himself, so it's actually many picks advantage now. Good pressure in from Shea as well behind the point, and Pickles and Fancy, they're kind of alone underneath the cliff. They're going to be forced to back out, and a very nice little collapse there from the French side.
Yeah, they will have to concede this point. It will be even Ubers, that is the silver lining here, so they will be able to probably break this order. Nicky's trying to make his way out of here already. They really don't want to be giving them any space, and MANDEM will be
so weak.
Breaking out there in the front.
Yeah, they're going to be jumping so aggro, yeah.
Bad aggression right there from the flank of MANDEM. That's going to cost him 2 picks. Azunis will make his way behind, being a nuisance, but MANDEM might just have to stay put for a little while.
Yeah, they took a lot of damage in the win, right? Fancy took a fair bit. They sent their soldiers in, didn't get a great deal of output, and yeah, the flank coming in very good. They're still going to come in and try and edge cap regardless. They're getting the spawner advantage. Nevo still has spawn in, but the sticks come in. The drop onto Poi. Huge stickies come through for Fancy. That's where that 350 average DPM comes from. And
my god. Yeah, now they have full advantage. I mean, MANDEM, they can take their time with this. They are going to be sack waving here. Ooh, Piggles barely really taking any damage. We'll keep that Uber alive for now. They're just going to keep sack waving one by one. They didn't do it in a coordinated manner, and now, as punishment for that, MANDEM will take the point without having to give up that Uber. No spawners to be delayed, and they'll forward hold with full advantage.
Yeah, this has got second sack wave written all over it. It's not the ideal scenario in Koth after you've just sent 1 sack wave in, but facing full disadvantage, breaking into this forward hold is going to be rather rough. In fact, never mind. They're going for Nevo and Pyro. Going to try and breach out onto the grass, but taking so much damage taken down as well. Bomb comes in onto Piggles. Bruisman going to be going for it. One more rocket.
Piggles is not going to use.
Piggles is nuts. Dodges that last rocket just about, doesn't take enough damage to get forced off. And the worst bit is, right, this whole time, No one's been building
Yeah,
on
but
offense.
that was a big misplay there, actually. Koi had no one to build up in spawn. They're just going to try to drive their way out of a single doorway. Still the uber advantage for Pickles. He will get bombed and used finally, but it will cost so much time for them.
It's already almost a minute on the cap, and yeah, Koi's going to have another 15-20 seconds before this uber charge push can come in. I guess with Fancy going down there in the middle, it meant they were just about able to barge up onto the cliffside, but now all eyes are on this French push across the point. See what they can do. They got a couple of sticky shots to navigate. Nice
damage onto Nevo. That's a great bomb. Nicky's going to try to make his way behind. Rougeon will pick up both. The soldiers right now are really clutch for the Frenchies. They should still take this point considering the uber advantage. Oh, they really can't get greedy here. MANDEM will have to concede this point again, and no uber force out this time. They dropped a lot of bodies on it, but it won't be paying off in the way that they wanted it to.
And with the point being taken, Shay is opting for the opportunity to jump onto Sniper. Like you said before, it's always a possibility on this map. Such a capable Sniper. And with point held and uber charges evening out, why not?
Yeah, MANDEM will know about the Sniper now. He will have been spotted. It'll be interesting to see how the soldiers respond to this, because he doesn't have a ton of protection right now around him. And here comes the bomb from Hans. He will not be punished for it directly as soon as he's going to be on him. Both soldiers behind now for the MANDEM. There will be a trade. They both get cleaned up. And with that Sniper still in play, trading might just be the most viable option here.
Yeah, Nevo
losing
is
Fancy
sweeping up so much. Shay hit a couple of nice headshots there, and the damage from Nevo coming in. Going to go for even more. Straight onto Piggles. Forces out the uber charge at the base of the cliff. 4 frags and a force from Nevo, just being the dustman, coming around, sweeping everyone up, and great play. And like you say, there's no protection for the Sniper because there's only one scout, but he can only need one scout if he's going to get a 4K, right?
Yeah, but even then, perhaps, oh, he will hit the headshot. Shay is going to take down Pickles. I was going to say there's going to be disconnected, felt like, but there's no pressure on the Sniper there at all. And MANDEM are just going to be throwing bodies up this cliffside, trying to recover from that position. Nicky's still left in the house right now, but he won't be able to find anything fancy again on his own. Oh, that was a nice shot, but you know, in that trade right there, it looked like Baldur just got dropped and then Pickles had to fight for his survival for a lot of that time, but Shay's still gonna be having a deep sideline where he's gonna keep doing damage here and there, and that's gonna be annoying because right now what MANDEM need is they need health. They need to get either ground or go for the sack wave because they do still have a massive uber disadvantage. Lardox is gonna be jumping behind. He'll attract the attention of most of the players who will get air shot right there, but it'll only be the one for MANDEM.
Yeah, just look at the amount of time though, right? They have to start capping the points out. They don't stack too many people because they still have people left to stand on the point. They are going to get the uber charge out eventually, but at the cost of 3 players, it's certainly in offense's favour. Getting everything. Shay is just going nuts on a 6K, and that is going to end round number 1. I'm going to say, what are you thinking now? Like, you really think Shay, like, they've got to do something right against this, against this Sniper on MANDEM? Like,
it feels like their aggression isn't really too coordinated. I mean, Lardox is trying to attract the attention, but Hans and Nicky, they're going for behind because they're going for his lingering plays instead of the, you know, head-on aggression. And if Lardox is going to do that, what he's doing, just jumping in, trying to get as many people to look at him as possible, you can't really afford to take your time with these flank plays.
Absolutely not. Well, we'll see if this has changed. We saw Shay go for the same play as last time, going sniper and spawn just to fake out the off-pass check. And then he's back onto scout. He's a bit more principled, mid-fight at least, when you don't have control of the point.
Fancy will be doing a little bit of damage. Here comes the aggression, initially a bit from the soldiers. Hans trying to make his way in. He will get denied, but Fancy does get picked up in all that chaos. Oh, here comes the second frag. This is actually looking really good now for Frenchies. MANDEM, I would be surprised if they don't just run immediately, and Pickles will do just that.
Yeah, they're really trying to get onto point. More rockets come in, his horn comes in, gets the force out just about, but that's some sort of silver lining over on MANDEM's side.
Yeah, that's huge from Hans. There's no cap as well so far for the Frenchies. They are 2 down still on the side of MANDEM, so likely will have to concede this point, but still they'll be able to refight into this immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I want to highlight just quick that bomb from Ruben on mid to land right behind Fancy. He had no idea at all that Ruben could have been there, and comes in, gets out and over 100 health as well. So safe and so clean from Ruben. Just about went out that fight, but now the sack's coming in. They really want to get this uber charge off of Pickles, and they are going to get the uber charge off, but only at the cost of a demo and a soldier. Everyone else running hightail all the way back to cliff. See if there's any more pressure coming in though onto Poi. Seems like
They are still showing presence on Cliff. They don't want to leave all the way, but that might just cost them. Neva will go down. Bruggemann as well, likely going down for that. Yeah, that was a bit greedy there from Fofence. They should have probably just left all the way to spawn, conceded that ground. They were 2 down. You really don't want to be risking those players right there, but even though they're still 2 down, they're going to bust out another door right now, and MANDEM will look like they are going to be backing off here. The Uber advantage is around 50% right now for Poi, so we'll have to see how they want to use that.
Yeah, it's built their way back slowly. I don't think Pickles was more concerned about trying to get kills rather than going too effective.
The bomb from Lardox and Hans.
They're going to get onto Azunis as well. Meanwhile, the Uber tray, he's coming over from a Poi, used across all the way through.
It's a pure disaster right now, though. Oh, recovered from the flank. Nicky and Lardox actually going down there is huge. If that 2v2 went the other way, that would have been an entirely different conversation. But Hans will get picked up as well now as he's left alone. Shay still going to be on Sniper. And even though massive Uber ad on the side of MANDEM, they will have to leave this point probably.
Yeah, it's so dangerous that even with Uber ad, you might have to use very, very early with Shay on the Sniper. Such a dangerous angle up on China. Someone's going to have to step into it, and yeah, there we go. Fancy used so early.
The Uber meeting Pickles in the sky!
Oh my. Yeah,
that is so unfortunate, but this is so well played. Oh, and he will go down afterwards as well. MANDEM gonna try to recover things on the flank here, but they might just get mulched. I mean, this is looking great for Fofence right now. Azunis will go down, but Hans gets traded. The cap will come in, but they just delay their own guys. Just look at the HP on the side of MANDEM. Fancy 18 health, running out of there with Nicky. This is a great position for Fofence right now. I mean, Pickles really couldn't run forward at all with his Uber plays. They're being juggled like that. He goes down afterwards. MANDEM delay their spawners, and now you're in this position where not only does Poi have full ad, I mean, Fofence they have all the ground right now. They could have gone a lot more aggressive, but MANDEM will at least recover the cliffside. Fancy gonna be going in here, but he gets body shot out of the sky. No force right now for Poi.
Yeah, more attempts coming in though. Very weak, really good effort. Nicky almost gets the kill. What HP was that? Was that one? That was very low.
One. That was literally one.
Perfect force coming out.
But even that was so close. I mean, Shay did a great job. He body shot Fancy and completely killed his momentum. Hans in the medic right now. So much damage going back and forth. So many frags as well. Shay's still sitting back right now. Poi is going to be dropped low.
Fancy's hurled himself in and has done quite a lot of damage to Alien Smiley, who's had to back up, eat the arrows, and concede pressure. But in the meantime, Bruggemann straight in onto the medic, and Pickle is going to do a lot of damage, not quite seal the deal. As MANDEM beginning to turn the tide slightly, getting frags across the point, 2 spawners in, so it's just Shay and Poi lost alive, but getting the kill finally onto Shay eventually. It feels like
Shay was getting in there with the SMG as well. Yeah, the flank of MANDEM. This little trio here that keeps going aggressive is doing so much work for MANDEM right now. The combo of just Nicky, Hans, and Lardox keep aggressing, keep going behind, being nuisances. They're doing a lot of damage right now to the side of Fofence, and there will be the pyro to break this forward hold, but
it's kind of how you have to play against a sniper, right? You really have to sort of use the fact that you only have one scout in the enemy team. You have to use
Fancy gets picked up.
And Hans going to be trying to salvage something, doesn't quite get the kill to Bruggemann. So yeah, Fancy going down means everyone's going to have to back up a lot, with Poi getting overcharged up soon as well. Really stabilising out, probably in Fofence's favour as well, with a slow demo respawner. See what ground they can take before he comes in.
Fancy's not here. This will be a double scout. Players from Fofence will have to jump out. Alien is not going to be in this either. His health is way too low right now. Hans already behind with Lardox. Bruggemann gets picked up. Lardox again, and it's just full-on aggression right now for the side of MANDEM.
This is what's working for them, though, right? They're sort of charging in, taking a bit of a sort of gung-ho approach, going in even more, and Poi could be in trouble as well. Fancy's walking in. One more pipe will do the deal, but no, decides to back out. Shay.
It's just Fancy left.
Yeah, hits one pipe. Going for the stickies onto the point as well. Going to try and deny as long as possible. If we get into overtime, that would be huge. Looks like it's going to be the case.
They will get it. Yeah, so this is again a very good situation for the MANDEM. Pickles surviving that will be even Ubers. They can just, if they wanted to, they could just take a straight DM fight here. If they wanted to, they can wait for the Ubers to come into play. MANDEM have a lot of options right now on how they want to approach the situation.
Yeah, well,
and here comes the aggression again.
getting busted on the flank though as well, because 4Fence have decided, you know what, the soldiers are going over the top, we can ignore them, run all the way through Connector, and they're getting behind, and Zunis is in behind, Shay's in as well on the concrete, and so far this seems to be going 4Fence's way, unless Haunch can do even more. Haunch is going massive on the
it's actually crazy that he picks up one more. Veladok's in the connector as well. Here comes the trade across the point. Veladok will back off. It is just Nevo and Foy in this. Alien and Bruceman just going to be getting it here now. It is still a man advantage for MANDEM. Veladok's going to be going in, not going to be getting too much damage for now. There's no follow-up on that bomb either. And now it's overtime for both teams. There's still a huge man advantage right now for 4Fence, but with their aggression right now, this could all backfire. Bushman really low right now. Hans is still alive somehow, just shooting rockets. Alien will get finished off of there. Right now it's just pure chaos. And they forget to touch the point. There's no cap time for MANDEM. That looked so good. That was a 3v5 right there at the end for MANDEM. Brushman, Nevo, they were both dead. I believe a third one as well. I'm not sure if that was maybe a Zunis.
Yeah, there was an arrow kill after time, but yeah, like you say, it's so dangerous there, right? In those like scrappy fights, if you're on the point, you're just getting shot at, and you just weren't paying attention to how quickly that clock was dwindling down. But that was honestly MANDEM's right to. That was their round to lose, and yeah, they lost it.
Oh, for sure. If they went on the point for 1 second, that Jay gonna get caught up right behind the point. Where eats a pipe, gets finished off. Bruchman will have to leave as well. And again, I mean, these soldiers from MANDEM, they're doing so much work right now. They're initiating so well, doing a lot of damage, and they're not dying immediately as well. Hans will go down, but not after taking 2 down with him. MANDEM maybe looking to collapse on the cliff here, but we'll get the cap. Fancy going really aggressive right now. Oh, Alien will jump down as well. MANDEM maybe getting a bit too cocky. Nikki is going to be punished for it. Brushman goes in as well. Does a lot of damage, but right now things are looking to stabilize a bit. Piggles perhaps looking to trade.
Yeah, Shay there was about 20 damage away from getting 2 kills on the flank, and that would have been absolutely massive. But as it stands, it looks like just an Uber trading the point, trying to lay the cap coming through. Boulder's gone very, very deep here onto enemy grass, and the Hunch has gone in to join the party as well. Just going to go 2 for 1, so nice work there from 4Fence, who've decided to put Shay back on Sniper after losing Shay twice quickly after that mid-fight. Thinking they're just going to get this cap for free, and then they can sort of set up, post up, get themselves ready, but doesn't look like MANDEM are going down without a fight, to be honest. They're pressing back in, they're contesting.
No, and Nikki will pick up Bruce. Maladox does die for it, but they never just leave, MANDEM. They always make it sticky and fight. They always make 4Fence work more for these caps. And it is surprising considering the scoreline, but I would say MANDEM are doing a lot better job right now with the aggression. I mean, they're finding a lot more picks with it, for sure. It's, you know, 2 down right now, again for 4Fence. Alien and Shay down right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Been interesting to see, Shay's decided to come back out and Sniper again.
He's sticking to it.
Yeah, sticking to it, even despite not having the point, not having the space over on Cliff. There's still some amazing sightlines you can see without even necessarily being on China on this map. It's absolutely brutal for anyone facing off against the Sniper. Just prepare to rain death.
He does get Hans. There comes the Uber immediately. Alien will get picked up.
Yeah, absolutely, and Toy's taking
very big. Toy comes out way later. Piggles should go down here, and he likely will. Yeah.
Took a little while. Good movement, but yeah, the death into Alien at the start of that Uber charge makes.
But it's costing him a lot right now. Poi will go down, 3 down right now for the side of defense against MANDEM's 2. I mean, again, the aggression, the salvages here from MANDEM are really saving them. Nice pick from Hans into Alien. He will die for it again though, but will MANDEM have to concede this point despite all the heroics? Doesn't look like it yet, but there was some cap time going their way. The Ubers will be pretty much even. There's a tiny bit of advantage for Piggles, but not really usable. Shay's really low. Lodox will go down.
I want to say, amidst all this chaos, MANDEM have put 2.5 minutes on the clock with absolutely nothing coming out from 4Fence. So what a way to respond to going 2 rounds down at the start of the
and again, just this aggression from 4Fence just being shut down immediately. They just sent 5 bodies in, and all they find is Fancy in there.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a clean round. This could absolutely be a clean round where 4Fence don't get on the point. There's only the spawners coming up now. They've got 10 seconds to get on the point and stand on it.
They have to make it quick.
They hit quick before the server closes because no one's extended. But they've extended now, it's fine. They're going to have to run in, just about getting to points in time. Even charge, used out by Piggles though. Going to save anyone. Yeah, everyone's going to have to now, on 4Fence, have to feed themselves onto the point. There's no doing. Not gonna happen.
And this is what probably should have happened if MANDEM's aggression was a little bit cleaner in the past few rounds. This could have been a completely different scoreline at this point. But because of full fence, just in the last round, they really didn't get anything going. They were relying on Shay to get them picks, and when he was getting caught off guard, I mean, they really couldn't get anything going. And MANDEM just, every time, they absorb well and they aggress well in that round. If they keep that up, Lodox is looking to follow up on it. He will be juggled up in the air. They do find the sniper. Shay immediately dead. No shenanigans at the start of this round. Fancy might be going a bit too aggressive. He will go down for Rat.
Yeah, so it worked out regardless. The aggression coming through to try and get into Shay. They managed to succeed in their mission, but they don't succeed in the mission of getting everyone else back out alive.
And Shay again on sniper. He's not giving up.
Why not, right? Like, given some of the shots that we've seen Shay hit so far this game, it's absolutely why not.
I mean, you better hit some more, and as I say, when Nicky does go down, he hits the body shot, but oh, for Fence, we still haven't capped the point. This might still get sticky. Oh, he's so low, but there's so many picks going the way of for Fence. This is, you live and die by the sniper, perhaps.
He's just fighting. He's 2v5 and Fancy's just going
They can't hit him?
and killing people. Like, the man is a monster. He's gonna go to Alien as well. Oh my, Fancy is an absolute monster. If he gets the force, okay, doesn't manage it, but dear me. That's put so much time as well. The Ubercharge is coming back in. The rest of the reinforcements are here from MANDEM. Like,
for Fence, this shouldn't be happening to them. This is not what should be going on. They've just been robbed by the pipes of Fancy. Shay will go down amidst the chaos, but yeah, that is a huge game changer. They will even find the cap, even though for Fence has more picks. First cap as well, there's no delay for that.
Crazy stuff, and then now Fancy back in as well, back able to deny the cap. Looks like a roller.
He's so aggressive.
Alien. Fancy, yeah, he's just going absolute beast mode. He decided he goes 2-0 down and thinks, you know what, I'm just going to go in and frag everyone. And Bond seems to be joining into jumping in kind of aggressively onto the low ground in front of the cliff. And
the medical solo Poi gets piped.
Very weak.
And now, he will get headshot. This would be a great opportunity for MANDEM to just bomb onto cliff right now, but Lodox
that was such a good headshot. That was amazing. There's a scout behind though. There's a scout behind on the cliff. I think Nicky's in, going for the medic.
Alien.
That's a good shot. Gets the kill onto Alien, but not onto the medic. Just pathing onto that pack.
Both soldiers dead.
Yeah, this is just utter chaos. I don't know. This game is really something else. Shade's still on sniper. Still hitting headshots onto Fancy. Still,
But this is the problem. I mean, MANDEM have really had no issue killing the sniper when they really want to. When they set up for it, they do get on it. Eventually, when you're for Fence, you've got to ask yourself the question: is it worth it to have the flank be more open and to have your aggression not be as potent when the sniper is providing enough value? But right now, that doesn't seem to be an issue because all the picks are going the way of full Fence. Everyone on MANDEM will go down. Nice pipe by Alien there as well.
Yeah, I thought there was potential for that Lodox bomb to get a bit more, but in the end, it looks like Eagle's going to be getting caught out. They overstayed slightly longer than maybe they should be. Said MANDEM, they love to stay in, right? They love to sort of make things scrappy.
Oh, these are the feeds that will hurt. Look at the spawns right now. Hans, he will be delayed for 8 seconds. They will have luck that those staggered spawns will not be a factor because of the cap, so they'll spawn at the same time, but big Uber advantage right now for Poi, but neither Uber is in place, so it won't matter too much. They're collapsing on this forward hold right now. Again, MANDEM, they disrespect the forward hold. There's no pyro right now, and they'll just get mulched in the doorway.
Yeah, walking into like 2 soldiers with rockets and the
and the headshot from Shay again.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's it's so hard. It looks like they're just he was going to give them some sort of sack. See what they're cooking up. There's currently no pyro.
It doesn't look like they'll try it again. They're just going to straight sack out of his forwards. They're not going to go for even the pyro still. Poi will take a single rocket, but nothing more. It's still an advantage right now, but Alien will go down. It's a huge pick for Lodox to find. And now, that Uber might not even matter. I mean, the advantage is so minuscule anyways at this point, but before then, Fence really weren't looking to use it. And now, MANDEM, they're going for the trade.
Yeah, going to be a bit of an even trace. They can't quite block the point. Poi's actually completely disconnected from the rest of the team. Just in there saying, look guys, I've used it. See if you can come forward, I'll flash you, it's fine. But the rest of the team, bit slow in the uptake there, just all sat up on China, but they're going to get there in time.
All the fights. There's 4 different 1v1s right now on the map, and everyone in 4 Fence won theirs. no chance right now. If Forfence can out-DM a team like MANDEM, this will be a quick round. There's a minute left for Forfence to keep capturing this. And Shane's still on Sniper, making the sword hold sticky. MANDEM now with the Sniper of their own.
Yeah, Nicky's going for the approach. I want to say this is something I do when I tilt. It's like he's a sniper, he's wrecking you, go sniper.
Oh, this is such a bad position for MANDEM though. With the
Azunis
Sniper
in as
sword
well.
to push.
Azunis is wrecking
Piggles
everyone.
is dead by Azunis. He will do some nice damage on the scouts, but Hans on scout right now as Nicky is sniping. Will this modified MANDEM roster be able to win in the last 30 seconds? This is do or die time right now for MANDEM. They're throwing in all the tricks right now.
Yeah, it's a bit more traditional to have one of the soldiers go. So they've Haunts has said pick up the scatter gun and they go in for it. Lardup's going to be jumping in to try and make a bit of space. Maybe catching out Azunis here on the concrete. Yeah, going to be taken down.
Rescue, such nice damage from him on both scouts. Here comes the Uber right now from Nevo. We'll get Baldur. And all the picks. This might be all she wrote right now. It's Nevo and Poi against Fancy, Nicky, and Hans. They will have to make the best of it. Alien is dead already. Hans will get traded.
They need to go to Nevo. Big pipe!
The pipe by Fancy.
Wait for another one as well. Poi's sat on the staircase, just delaying the inevitable potential.
No survivor
He's in as well. Fancy's so weak. Taken down, and Azunis even jumping in as well. They really smell blood. They're going in even more. Nicky going to get the SMG out as well.
Oh, this is just going to come down to pure feed right now. Actually, I mean, for Fence, they do have more than enough time. There's still a minute 33 on the clock. They can slow this down. They really don't need to rush themselves in here. They can do a sack wave. They can wait.
Or they can just take
they could take a fight right now. They could,
yeah. 60% away for Piggles. They've got the next 20-30 seconds that they can just sort of fight for free without having to worry about the overcharge coming back up in their face. And the sniper
they're doing exactly that. Bushman is in. He will take down Piggles, but they will feed free for it. If Poi goes down right now, this play will have all been for nothing. This will be nothing but time shaving off for MANDEM, and Poi, yeah, he will get caught out right now. That is a scout on his tail and a fancy elf. I mean, the fact that that even took as long as it did is even better for MANDEM.
Yeah, absolutely. Being slowed down. Nevo is still being a bit of a nuisance. And a bit of a nuisance that the bombs are able to come in and clean up that kill onto Fancy on the point. There's so many bodies on
point. Oh, the amount of picks, and they just win it.
Nevo, actually, by like beating all those shots into Fancy, the ending sort of dancing beyond by Japan just like almost like converts the round, because Fancy just turns around stairs for so long at Nevo, who's just like zigzagging back and forth, that he's just not paying any attention to the incoming soldiers. And yeah, for Fence.
I mean, why do all the mental gymnastics when you could just run in and cap the point? And yeah, like you were about to say, that's 3 points going the way of Forfence, and that they will keep the clean sheet against MANDEM.
Yeah, it was a big win. I would say it's three rounds on the board for Fence and getting themselves 3 more points. So again, like these are all important ones, right? At this sort of stage of the season, the league table has kind of filtered itself out, but like Fence are definitely sort of on the cusp of like a couple of like maybe another 6-9 points ish is probably enough to force them through into the playoffs. And we've got some logs to have a look at. Is anything jumping out from the logs at you?
I mean, sort by damage, you will see a demo man on your screen right now. Fancy dropping 437 DPM. But the frags were all still going the way of Fence. I mean, they got out-fragged heavily still. Nevo, Shane, Brugman making up the top 3. I mean, Brugman and Soldier even out-fragging enemy scouts right there. That's a great thing to happen as a soldier on this map. If you can even outdo the other scouts as a soldier on product, that's such a huge winning condition. So, I mean, Brugman's getting a lot of work done, denying the flank from MANDEM when they were getting denied. That being said, I mean, Fancy, he's got to be feeling a little bit robbed. I mean, he almost did, not really, but nearly twice as much damage as Alien Smiley in that game. And there was some huge heroics by him. I mean, in one of those last rounds, he was definitely denying the point a lot. He was doing some great work there. That was that was a very messy game though still, and I think the logs reflect that.
Yeah, that like 1v5 attempt from Fancy where like do you get like 2 or 3 of the kills in it? Like it was absolutely
I think
crazy.
It might have been 3, yeah.
Yeah, whereas it stands in the point and sees 5 people in front and it's like, oh, the rest of the team, I'm just gonna keep walking forward and just keep landing pipes and just dealing insane damage. Like you've got to respect it when it works, right?
That's what happens when you have an X factor like that. He'll just pull things like that sometimes, just out of nowhere. it's gotta be a luxury to have those types of things. But yeah, I mean, you have a very high frag game, pretty high deaths. I mean, Haunts and Lardox dying 27 and 26 times. I think you can see where those are coming from with all the aggression that MANDEM was trying to do. I guess in the end, what was really the problem was just the aggression was working out. It was just the kind of rudimentary things for MANDEM, just holding the point, playing it clean, making it out of the forward spawns at the end there. I mean, trying to disrespect it by not running a pyro. Those things really came back to bite them in the ass, right? They really had to make sure that those things were clean, even considering the amount of time that they had left on the clock. Sometimes
Yeah,
should have been cleaner for sure.
Yeah, it was so weird, right? Because the round that MANDEM won, they won without giving up the point for even a second. Like it was completely clean, but like all of their good work seemed to be a lot of it seemed to be concentrated within that one round. They could have almost done with like sort of spreading some of their mistakes from other rounds and like putting them in that round, so that they so that then they win that out with like a minute to spare or something, and then maybe they clean up a bit more in the final round. But yeah, we're done with Koth for now. And I believe we're moving over to Sunshine for map number 2.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see now that, MANDEM's aggression will be still a big factor, but not as much of a factor on this, 5 CP map Sunshine. The mid-fight, the soldiers are going to be very hugely important. How much attention can they attract? We'll have to see what the flank does from Fofence as well. That'll be interesting. Obviously, Che not going to be able to do as much of a sniping as he'd like to do, but 5 CP, it does have less variance, I feel.
Yeah.
Sunshine, people have played it, people know how it goes. Fofence will have a game plan that they will know how to execute, that won't be as reliant on raw mechanics, and maybe I think that'll play in their favor. So, if I had to give a prediction, I'd say that Fofence would probably even close this out 6-0.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm just having a bit of a look at sort of the recent history of these two teams. MANDEM haven't played Sunshine yet this season, and Fofence have played it once where they actually beat TLR, who are they still top of the table or are they 1 point behind? They're doing very well this season. They took a golden cap win, but so yeah, maybe if there is a true, looks like Fofence are looking at pretty decent. But yeah, I think again like the just the raw like mechanics and cohesion over on Fofence was so strong at a previous map. But yeah, I can see them probably coming into this map as favourites as well, looking to do the double like they did in the low bracket final. But we can talk less now, and we can have some gaming going live for map number 2.
Yeah, definitely gonna be watching Fancy on this mid.
See where Fancy chooses to come. Looks like they'll be landing in the valley.
Both demos reasonably quick. Alien gonna be opting to roll up through the choke. Rougeman on the clock tower right now. A good position, but one that's easily spammed out. MANDEM with such a huge lack of position right now on this map. They're all stuck in valley, so Lardox and Nikki still in there with Pickles, just making their way out now, but the damage for them is so much better.
Yeah, Lardox and Nikki trying to run back in, make some space, back up, and they are going to manage it. There is movement on the flank to deal with, though. As we go into this rather awkward 4v4, Rougeman will be bombing in, getting one more get onto Pickles.
Lardox bombing high onto
get any more.
Toy, 1 health.
Oh, it hits the rocket! Rocket from Lardox, and even more tubes as well. Shea going to be trying to get out, and that is actually a full wipe over on the side of MANDEM. Like, it looks so rough, right? They were all caught in Valley at the start, and I mean, Fancy thinks that the team has left Valley and starts walking behind Tetris and is just caught out completely in the first 5 seconds of the mid, and they just think, right, we'll just turtle up, play principles, and they run back in and sweep it.
Yeah, the gun will be going up already, will already get spammed in. Lardox will take that out. Now we'll have to see how they approach this last push right now. It is full ad for Pickles. We're gonna take it from top right. It looks like the gun is still gonna be on level 1. It will get upgraded now, but MANDEM, they're taking their time with this. We want to make sure that everyone is buffed in position. Here it comes. The gun will go down immediately. Border will clear the point, baiting the cap right now. Rougeman, perfect flash right there from Pickles. Oh, the denial by Pickles. Right now, Lardox is nuking the spawn. Hans just stands on it. Great. That was great by MANDEM. I mean, you could see Lardox going in, getting all the attention, the great cap time bait right there from Border. Nikki will commit people on the point to deny him, that get cleaned up. Nicely done by MANDEM then. When you take your time with those last pushes, you gotta make sure they're good, and they did make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like absolute clockwork watching that push. Everything went perfectly to plan, and when you have so much time, like you say, with Poi dying so late on that mid fight, they had a ton of hand to work with. There was no rush whatsoever, but it seems to be a rush on this mid because they sent both soldiers in instantly. They're going to get straight in onto Alien Smiley and Poi. Going to be getting more as well.
Oh, the recovery from Azunas.
Yeah,
no one
Piggles
looked at him.
takes
He
out.
will pick up Piggles. It's just him left though. Against 2 scouts and a demo man, he will just opt to leave out of it. But yeah, great aggression again by MANDEM. I mean, they caught Poi completely off guard. If it wasn't for that, that salvage play from Azunas, making sure that, there's a silver lining here. This isn't just another mid to last. But that's another great mid by MANDEM, and it's a different one as well. They switched it up.
Yeah, just going instantly that double bomb really seemed to catch 4Fens off guard, but they are currently able to just sit themselves up on second with these spawners coming in. The threat.
Oh, I love this so much for MANDEM. They're going to take it in right now. They're not going to respect the fact that the Evils are even. They know that they will have a bit of positioning.
The Alien's down, and Poi, I think, hit a pipe in the midst of all that as well, so Poi's had to run all the way back to last, and with Demo and Scout down, they might be looking to go even further. They're walking in through this left side area. They'll be spamming over towards the point already. Sticks getting on it. Boulder starting to get some cap timers. Pressure comes back in from the soldiers.
Oh, Brugman going down so huge.
Yeah, this could be massive. They're getting on both scouts, though. Both the. Oh, never mind. It collapses. That was so close, though, right? That was a good effort.
It was really close, and it was very well done by MANDEM again. I mean, I love the fact that they are not really respecting 4Fens right now. They're not allowing them to set up. They're catching them off guard right now with this aggression.
Again. Well, it was just getting blasted away, but yeah, really wanting to take the fight. It's going to be going down for the troubles though. Everyone's finally forced back out again with a player down.
It is a decent time to go for a play like that. It is a transition right now for 4Fens. So it might be, they might be checking lobby, trying to make sure there's no one backcapping, checking all the spots, and it's in those transitional periods that you can go for those types of plays. Hans, as I say that, will do that again, but just hitting the one rocket on point. It looks like MANDEM really want to not let 4Fens get too comfortable. They want to make sure they're on their toes at all times.
Yeah, and 4Fens using the fact that a player up, sort of probing in towards Cafe, not going to decide to pull the trigger or do anything too rash. Yeah, just chill it out. And yeah, well, I guess a round up for MANDEM. They don't have to. There's obviously no rush. There's still plenty of this game left, but yeah, there's obviously you can get kind of creative with your ways to break into second on this map. There's all sorts of things to try. We've just seen single soldiers so far, but potentially room for something a bit more imaginative later.
Yeah, usually teams try to do the simple things first and then try to complicate it later. You want to keep it. If the simple things work, if you can just send in a soldier and he get you to force, there's no point in trying to set up all the complicated things. But Hans is already sacked at this point already, and Laudox will be coming in now. Hans is still patient in the choke. He'll bide his time right now. It looks like we want to try to send someone behind, maybe. I mean, this is a great point to try to sneak a scout into lobby. Laudox is going to get in right now. Hans actually, and he will go down, but yeah, one of the great plays that 4Fens can do now is they can send a player behind their own. MANDEM, they have a soldier down, they can't really cover one of the doors properly. I mean, if you wanted to really, perhaps Cafe, you could send in a soldier behind.
Yeah, you can send a soldier behind, or you
can
send a spy behind instead. That's also an option, I guess, on the defending side of the mid-second stalemate.
He is going to be on the invis watch, so he'll have to go for a stab somewhat quickly.
They're aware.
Oh, did they see that?
Yeah, there's a blind depth from Fancy. Just
and he will type in chat as well, spy around here. So Azunas actually going for the respectable play of just running all the way back to spawn, switching back to soldier. It is what makes the most sense. But yeah, MANDEM, they're going to be pressuring Cafe. They might be paranoid about the spy presence, but surely they might figure out as well that he might just go back and switch if he can.
Yeah, absolutely. And they send the one soldier in using potential downtime, potential lack of an extra soldier on the 4Fens side. Just send that Haunts bomb in, but yeah, not gonna get anything as we chill out a bit longer. Just over half of this 5-minute time has ticked down now, and it hasn't ever really looked close to breaking this stalemate.
Yeah, and Haunts gonna be just making sure that that spy is in fact switched off, but yeah, I mean, MANDEM, they have no real incentive right now to try to crack this, right? They could time this out. It's only 2 minutes left in the round. There's still 5 minutes. You definitely want to do something, but so much time has passed that it's reasonable to time this out. 4Fens, they have looked super strong on their mid-fights so far, but it doesn't look like MANDEM want to do that quite. Fancy will get quite aggressive right now in the cafe area of Alien did take a bit of damage right now, but he will regain his ground pretty quickly.
Yeah,
It does look like they're just probing right now. They're just trying to see how much they can pressure it or how many rotations can they force out to create an opening.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, they've got plenty of time to work with. Still plenty of time left in this game, with MANDEM being a round up, not necessarily in any kind of hurry. But yeah, just if they get a bit of spam off, a bit of good damage, maybe land the order, they'll drop it onto a key class. They can maybe jump on it and go for it. But,
oh, Fancy's so aggressive. He might just be trying to do some damage and then have Hans bomb onto it from the choke, but even that, I mean, there's 60 seconds left now. They've squandered enough time already. Usually what teams try to do on this point is they either go for the straight sack, you can even send 2 in, you can pressure Valley, you can send a scout into lobby to make it sticky. That's what TF2 Easy used to do. There's lots of plays that you can do it, but they're just kind of pressuring. They're not really doing too much. Hans will take a lot of damage. This might just be a trade coming in from... Yeah, here comes the Uber right now. Baldur is going to be onto the task by himself. No Uber used right now for Toy.
And that's the risk. That's what you're saying. It's not the worst thing in the world if MANDEM just sit there and let it time out, because the risk is if you try and force something like this, it can just go horribly wrong like it just has. They've used the Uber charge in, not managed to get onto Toy, and now they're potentially facing this ad. So if both fans decide to go through, go aggressive, not let it time out, they have the ad to do so, but I guess with a player down, they're actually just going to sit it out.
If they really let this time out, that is cowardly. They will get the Uber out right now.
Lardox is letting it last a little bit longer. Like, it would have been ironic if Lardox gets some cap time and then they manage to push the Uber through choke and cap mid based off it, but nope, we're going to time out regardless, despite the Uber charge that achieved. I think nothing is maybe slightly overselling it. I think it probably achieved less than nothing through the cafe.
Yeah, it was a desperation attempt. I mean, they got juggled all the way around, but they really couldn't do anything with that. But for Fence not really using that to push out, I mean, I guess it makes sense in a way. There was no picks for them to really go off of, but this mid-fight right now, it's the same thing. Brugeman will be going in aggressive. This time the Frenchies are the first to go aggressive. Brugeman's so weak. Nicky will go down to the hands of Aliens, or Hans gonna be looking to recommit. He will get bombed himself as soon as we'll take him down. Shay going down to the fall damage. He'll just be flying into his medic's arms, but there's nothing he can do, and MANDEM will have to concede the mid still. Even though they did get that one pick, they're still 2 down. There's nothing we can do. They lose the mid, but still have the Uber up, still have more than enough players to hold on to this point. Now the question is, will Full Fence disrespect like MANDEM did and just keep pushing, or will they look to stabilize? Brugeman looking for an entrance somewhere. Zunis will try to capitalize off of that. Yeah, we will see Shay again on Spy.
Yeah, I guess I was about to say that this is Full Fence's time to say, like, look, we've just spent 5 minutes with MANDEM trying to push our second. Now we're going to show you how it's done, and instantly, no messing about, Shay, respawning from mid, decides to come up on the sneaky French class. Has got further than the previous Spy attempt, managed to get
They are aware of the possibility, though. They're looking around. I'd be surprised if he gets anything. I mean, you can see Baldur right now.
Yeah,
he's turning around. They know about it. They know these tendencies that Full Fence have. And, I mean, this is kind of the plan Z that you go for on this point. I mean, right? It's... Oh, the decook will come in. He will just get the 2 stabs. Brugeman was trying to sack in the meanwhile, I guess, to make a little bit of a play out of it. But, I mean, I think MANDEM saw it coming from a mile away. There's really no way that was getting anything done unless Brugeman just hit an air shot or something. Hans will go behind already. Full Fence do see that, but the trade comes out.
Yeah, Lardox has got into Cafe as well. With Fancy going down, it's not ideal for MANDEM as they've been forced to run hightail it back out through choke. But these 2 soldiers on mid are still causing carnage.
The chaos.
And Poise going down. Everyone's going down on the French side. It's working perfectly. These soldiers coming back in, re-engaging.
Yeah, that collapse was great by MANDEM, catching all the vital members right there from Full Fence of God. That is a combo entirely destroyed as Shay and Brugeman are left to pick up the pieces.
Yep, Shay winning out the little 1v1 MG against Nicky, and gonna try and escape on low HP. Actually evades the rocket of Lardox and the second rocket of Lardox as well. So Shay's able to get out on 5 HP. Very nice work there. But they are going to concede the midpoint and concede it with a lot of disad potentially. Never mind, no, the rest of the team are are back in. The reinforcements were faster than I thought they were going to be. So, actually...
Yeah, the Uber is not getting play right now for MANDEM. So it makes sense if they go back, clean up this frag on Azunas who was behind. And now with the Uber advantage, they can come back into mid. It would have been... they probably realized that what just happened to Fofens could have happened to them. But you can see how they dealt with it. They all went back, they killed him. And now they're coming back into mid to take this cleanly. And they see those players going behind. Actually, 3 players right now from Fofens trying to make a way behind. Rather 2. Druzhman will go down. Hans... oh, he will not win the fight on his own, but Jay, there's nothing you can do. There's 2 MANDEM players on his tail right now, and he will get taken out. Azunas trying to pressure on mid as well to help out his team, but all of them are dead. And now they will probably get denied. MANDEM will stack this point. Druzhman's spawn will not come in, and Piggled doesn't have advantage anymore, but they will take the second point surely for free on the side of MANDEM.
Yeah, you definitely
Alien gets caught as well. Okay, so this is huge now, because this allows MANDEM to do all kinds of things on this last. If they wanted to, they could bust the door on the left side right now for completely free, because they know that there's no stickies on that door. Fancy will get sniped, though. Nevo, he'll make him think twice about that, and MANDEM, they're just going to call it off completely. They're out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Great shot coming in from Nevo. What a crucial pick it is. And yeah, seeing Shea having all the fun previously on Sniper and Product decides, you know what, I can do it too. Yeah, that's a very important pick that saves potential headaches over on the forehand side, as that's going to pick up points as well as he tries to jump in, tries to cause some funniness. But yeah, everyone's going to stabilise back again, back to even Ubers. What MANDEM have got in store into the last point.
Yeah, there's many things you can try to do in this last. You could try to force out the right side, jump in a soldier from lower, try to, you know, pressure the demo a lot. They do have a sniper right now on the side of MANDEM, so it looks like they're not going to be trying to go for any of the fancy little busts that they could be doing on this last, which this is actually one of the last, but you can do a lot of these plays on. I think it does play very nicely actually most of the time, but they are just going to opt to go for the sniper. Zunas takes one little peek into lobby, and Nikki will pick him up right away.
Yeah, they're so aware of it though now, so Poi knows not to stand in anywhere that could potentially be at risk. But actually, Nevo's gone down. That's the pyro taken out, so it could open up the door for some more spam.
Nice trade.
That's crucial.
He realizes Fancy doesn't have sticks on that door. He pushes through, and they will actually hear Pumpson right here. That thing takes away Uber, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Lodox goes down.
Yeah, it doesn't do too much. Like, it decays with range, like the amount you get. But it is something where, like, if a team is about to use in and the medic gets hit by the Pumpson on the way in, it can, like, delay the use and drop a player.
That would be hilarious.
Like, imagine if that happened.
Just want to use the Uber. Oh, I suddenly only have 90% now. Might have to wait a little bit.
We'll be waiting ourselves as Nikki decides to come back up on the sniper. Everyone else gets themselves set back up into their positions, gets themselves comfy.
Yeah, it's a hard last to make the sniper work on, right? The left side is pretty much the one you want to go to, and if Fofens just stack enough projectiles on there, it'll be really hard, because that top right with the Pyron gun is pretty much sealed. If you have that soldier there as well, it's really difficult for anyone on that side to do something. Lodox, he'll try to protect the sniper, but he will go down. And
Druzhman's in behind on lobby, going in for the force, not quite going to manage it. Good effort. Like the idea, they're up a pick, decide, you know what, we're just going to go aggressive, going to try and get off their last offense. The round down currently.
2 minutes left on the round time, and Nicky's still on the sniper. And again, I mean, they're not really giving him too much of a sightline. Hans will go down and lower, trying to pressure a bit. There's a headshot coming out, but it won't account for all too much, as they will have to concede lobby again. Yeah, really on this map, if you lose a player, you really kind of have to leave lobby. There's just too many entrances that people could be coming from. You need a projectile really on all of those, and looks like Nikki is going to be running back to switch off. Looks like MANDEM either want to take this trade, but it would be a bit early for that, or they're going to try one of these door busts. Never mind, Nikki's actually on spy. See, I'm all for this. I am all for this. You can do a lot of things with Spy on this last. If you sap the gun, you send and sap. That's a play right there. That's a great way to open this thing up.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but have you had a look around the sentry gun on Fofens' side? There's just Nevo literally sat 360ing with the flamethrower out.
And he's also in this watch, so he's going to have to decloak right now. He might get as soon as when he does. So that's a pick. So we'll have to see what they do with that. They might open up a few plays on the left side, but I mean, he's going to have to decloak in a second again. You know, the lack of really any cloak at both Haunts and Fancy going to be going down. He's just going to be out with the revolver. He goes down himself. And now the question is, do 4Fence want to push out with this? Doesn't look like it. They still have the gun, still have the pyro. Yeah, this is one of his last. This is like, you know, it's comparable to Snakewater where you really can just time it out. You don't want to have to push out. This is a difficult last to make this push out of work. You know, you have the lobby area, you have lower left, you have the dungeon place. Lots of places to clear with not a lot of time left, and a risk that 4Fence doesn't need to take right now.
Yeah, but there's 30 seconds, right? It's not the end of the world. When, yeah, of course, there's so many dangers that can come with trying to go for it. Azunis is actually ratting all the way down in dungeon, and I don't think they're aware of it. No, never mind, they clear him out eventually. Just gets caught in transition, trying to walk behind to get him onto Pickles. But Trade comes in, getting completely shut down by Revo on the pyro, just going to airlift everyone, lock the door, and send
But MANDEM got what they wanted. They have the gun, the Googles are out of the equation, and they have a pick. This is really good for them, actually. They will trade a frag right now. The gun goes down again, Revo goes down. This is looking really good for MANDEM. They're capped out fast right now. Alien, he will be able to stop it in the last second. Oh, that was so close. Pickles will go down, but yeah, that trade right there from MANDEM was actually really good. They pretty much got everything they wanted out of it, even if they weren't able to claim any space, but 4Fence, they will push out. They will not let this time out and go to a mid-fight. They will take it forward.
Yeah, with a pretty decent Uber advantage sitting around 50%, why not as well? They've got a sniper from forward to deal with, hits the shot onto Nevo, but not going to hit anything else just yet. Might be trying to reposition and going for another one. But no, Azunis bombing in, trying to say no stat, but actually taken down by a nice little no scope coming through. And
oh, everyone is dead. Just everyone is dead on this side of. Even Shea will go down Poi as well to the hands of Ladox. This could be a round.
This is what you get for pushing out, yeah.
The fact that Fancy is dead and they have a sniper, that really kind of kills this bin attempt. But if those two things weren't the case, I mean, for Fence, I'd be surprised if they could get out of spawn right now. But MANDEM is still going to give it a decent shot. They will prod a bit into last, but they were respected now. It looks like they're just going to be playing the Uber advantage here. They're not going to risk too much.
Yeah, absolutely not. If Nicky's not used the opportunity to run back and change off, so I think he's going to go for something on the sniper anyway. Just going to try and peek his left-hand side, maybe try and catch someone, maybe come in late after Ubers and just catch the scrappy fight. But Uber charge being used in onto Fancy and Boulder all the way through, going to be catching into.
They used it on the wrong side though. They didn't. They do clear out the side and the gun goes down. They used it on the wrong side. They probably could have just walked right in, or you've gone from dungeon if they had spotted earlier. But here comes the aggression right now. It's all collapsing right now from MANDEM, but none of the frags are going their way. No frags, other than the ones that Nicky is getting, which is 2 already. It is a 3 versus 3 right now on this last. Just sniping around. Ladox trying his best to be the class to do all the killing, but he will go down, and with that last push attempt from MANDEM will fail. But will Pickles be able to survive it? The sniper does actually not go down. 4Fence, they don't go that aggressive. They had 3 players where they're ready to go, but they decide against it.
And Nicky's back in dungeon as well, going aggressive. Nicky just smells blood. Just thinks, you know what, just getting the frags and thinks, just feeling it, you know? Just blood's in the water and is like, yeah, gonna be aggressive, go and try and make the play work. And yeah, that could have really almost put the nail in the coffin there on 4Fence if that round comes through. You're thinking with what, 9 and a bit minutes left. Obviously there is chance of getting back, but given how the mid fights have gone for 4Fence, it would have been a really hard comeback to make. But they're probably happier with how things are as it stands.
Yeah, just going to be trying to take space on the side. Ladox is in, but the fact that he gets out is actually ridiculous. But he does get out. Azunis will go behind as well, but he'll just be looking to maybe get out. No, he'll just be going deeper, and he's all the way into mid. Now, this makes things a little sticky for MANDEM, but as long as they have someone whose job is just look behind, make sure that guy doesn't come in unspotted, looks like Boulder and Hans will actually go on the hunt. Not going to be spotting him right now. Boulder, he jumps on top of his head. Oh, he's just going to be trying to keep them away as long as possible. He knows that he has 2 people on him right now.
There's so many of them just sit in the corner in front of forward spawn, and both the enemy players just jump over their head like Boulder and Hans just run straight over the top. And the Azunis now coming back, spotted out again by Boulder. Yeah, knows that's a scout. Not too keen on jumping. He's just basically rotating between the health packs. Might be getting pinched in now. They're in the cafe. Finally goes down.
Oh, they do corner him, yeah. Now the question is, will MANDEM really try to do anything with this? The last hold is still the same as it was before. We now have more players to pressure with, but it's going to have to happen quickly. 10 seconds on Azuna's to spawn. Nicky still trying to get a sightline on his left side here. They've been trying this for like, what, the past 4 minutes? And this, I think at this point, unless you take the trade, which is exactly what's happening right now, there's not going to be enough chaos for the sniper to come into play. And Baldur will go into Alien. He gets flashed at the last second.
Pickles is sat on the pipe, which is actually such a good position. You know,
He does
really
drop off
the rest of the
it.
game. Yeah, drops off eventually. Yeah, gets launched off by multiple air blasts. As actually the frags seem to be going away.
Oh, nice shot by Nicky. Baldur
alive.
going to be taken out too. It's just Nevo left and MANDEM. Yeah, as soon as they take the trade, they create the chaos. They live in it. They were born in it. Nicky picks up a couple frags and well, Baldur in the post Uber does a lot. Pickles doesn't go down immediately after the Uber because he's just sitting on a pipe, and yeah, it's all that MANDEM needed. No need for all these, you know, fancy little gimmicks. Just take a trade.
Well, yeah, exactly. The previous trade that they had, like you mentioned before, was actually very, very close to working. There's just a couple of nice stickies, nice pipes from Alien that came and saved the round, but get 2-0. Four friends really need to find a way to fight.
And again, so aggressive boy, there's no way he survives this. Pickles, nice and healthy right now. Nevo will go down as well to the hands of Nicky. There's 3 players down right now on either side. Bushman, nice rocket onto Nicky as he just haggles his way down from the tower end. Baldur will get out there with Pickles, so that is full ad.
Yeah, I feel like that was a wave that almost felt like one of those like sack wave mids where it's like we're just gonna go in, sack like soldiers and demo, or like play super aggressive, just focus on getting their medic and then just run the pocket scout out straight away. And they were like, they got to that position. It was 2 scouts and medic left for MANDEM versus I think it was scouts and a soldier over on both fence. And like they could have been in and fighting, but like I feel like their plan originally was we're just gonna go for med and leave. And Soldier and Pickles were so far out.
The insta Uber right now from MANDEM though. Oh, Poise completely alone. You'll get caught off guard in the choke. There's so many players right now going behind for MANDEM. But all going behind, just cleaning them up. And again, they're not letting these players take any space behind. They're doing it nice and as a team, just cleaning them up together. Fancy will go down, but that's a consolation prize right there. Alien himself will likely get caught. And that's so well played by that soldier, whoever that is. That's Pawns right there. He doesn't commit to the frag on Alien. He just spams him. He locks his exit. Make sure he can't go into and right now, full fence, they can't even get out of his forwards right now. And oh, the longer mid chase in there on Nevo, the less time they're spending getting a gun up.
Yeah, it's a risky play. There's obviously a decent chance of reward.
They probably don't want to hold this last. They probably don't have the time, right? There's 5 minutes left in the game. They need 2 rounds right now. They can't afford to hold this last.
This is where it gets really, really rough. If you're on the side of four fence, pinned all the way back. And I kind of think he might have been going to go anyway because it gave used the Uber and it's still sitting at about 30%. And with 2 frags as well, why not? Why not MANDEM running in? Pull the trigger, tries to make it work, see if they can get onto Poi before this last 10% of Uber charges built up just a few more seconds on this Uber for Poi, who's going to get it just about, use it onto Nevo on the point, but there's 3 players down. This is so much better than MANDEM. They're just going to run around, try and drag this out. Boulder going to go for the cap, nearly going to seal it. But Nicky's in behind as well. The sweep up comes through and MANDEM gets 3 rounds on the board, and I think this pretty much sealed the deal on Sunshine.
Yeah, you can't even say that full fence are really punished there. I think they did the right thing. They couldn't afford to hold that last, so they're trying to push out, brute force their way out. They have to, but they do get punished for it, unfortunately, in the end. I believe we will see Poi on crits for this mid, so they will have to pick up the pace. This is, I believe it's still doable, but 4 minutes and 3 rounds. My god, what a task you have ahead of you, your full fence. This might just have slipped through your fingers right here.
Yeah, well, Poi on crits is only good if you can keep Poi alive for the mid-fight, which is not something I think that Four Fence have managed to do yet at all, and it's not going to happen this time either, as the 2 soldiers jump in tandem, Lardox and Haunts in, but actually it's going better in the other departments for the side of Four Fence, chasing out Pickles all the way out without a heal target. There's Fancy and Haunts caught behind, and it's the most awkward 3v3 I think I've ever seen.
He'll take down Alien right there. Che's really weak as well on the cap. He could revive his Fancy. He's still just getting health right now. He's going to be walking him for choke.
As well. So,
Haunts doing so much damage. It's 2 scouts against 2 projectiles. And the projectiles might just come out on top. It's Fancy in a 1v1 against the scout. Of course he hits the pipe. And That looked really good for defensive for a moment, but MANDEM will prevail just for sheer firepower. And I say that as Fancy just runs into shore def, Rougeman will die for it. Alien is very weak himself. All the frags going the way of MANDEM right now, and Poi and Alien still gonna be trying to make a fight out of it, but there might just be too many targets. Nice wall shot. Pick up the frag. There you go. Alien is dead as well. For Fence, they have to fight. They can't hold lines. They can't really do that. They're just gonna run in one by one. I mean, this is too much garbage time, right? They're just running in one by one, trying to find frags.
This is over. As soon as that mid fight isn't like a full wipe, because you're thinking, what was it, 4 minutes 40, 4 minutes 50 or so to get 3 rounds? That has to be like 3 mid to last wipes.
I think it was even less. I think it might have been like 4 minutes. But yeah, I mean, this might even be another round for. This might even be another round for MANDEM here as they do come in. There's actually going to be a panic attack on Azunis, but more and more frags going their way. Han's going to be caught up there. We're going to be picking up the medic, and yeah, it's going to be a 4th round for MANDEM.
Yeah, just log padding the stats out, and yeah, if anything, it's probably looking more likely to be a 5-0.
Yeah, GGs are called.
What a performance this has been for MANDEM, turning it around in this second map.
Yeah, you would have really thought that, you know, on a map that is as DM dependent for a team that has such excellent DM as MANDEM, for fans win that, you might be thinking, you know, that might give them a motivational boost. Alien is going to be jumping around with the sticky jumper. Sadly, no funnies today. He is dead.
They have a sniper as well, so yeah, we are in full-on garbage time.
I mean, this is where you do it for the beater frag, right? If you hit a clip here, it doesn't show on the frag movie that it's garbage time.
I guess it depends what you're doing, right?
I mean, if you can blend out the time as well. No one has to know if there's only 50 seconds left, maybe.
Yeah. Well, seems like MANDEM are playing somewhat seriously still, wanting to come in, clean this 5-0 up, diving themselves in.
I mean, there's a conversation to be had about tiebreakers, right? Isn't the rounds are a factor in that? With the top 4 being as close as it is, maybe 5-0 is going to be a little bit better than a 4, but
yeah, I think tiebreakers are the score like difference is like the 3rd tiebreaker if I remember correctly. So it's like result between, then it's like Donovan Berger score, and then it's round difference, I think, for like the 3 tiebreakers. So it's like if the other 2 are tied and it gets to it, like I guess like it is technically true, but I would be surprised. I'd be surprised if there's ever been a season that's gone round the 3rd tiebreaker. Pickles is just busy farming people on last maneuver saw because just normal things occur in garbage time. But yeah, I want to think about it. What like obviously this has been like I want to say like a dominant showing from MANDEM. Obviously they had some moments where they stalled out a bit. Had a chance to do it. What do you think? What stood out from MANDEM? Why did they do so well?
I mean, the mids, right? They converted 1 or 2 rounds just straight from mid to last. I believe the first round happened within 2 minutes. For fans, they couldn't really do much in terms of aggression, right? They were decent at holding. Their last hold was good when they were actually pressuring second. It looked a bit wobbly. Like MANDEM was finding picks on the flank, and I mean, again, it's the same thing that they were good at on products is actually good for them on Sunshine, which wins them this game. It's catching full fence of guard in these transitions. It's sending in aggression constantly, not giving them a break. Haunts and Laudox finding huge impact on their bombs. That to me was really what made this game. But for fence, I don't think they played terribly. I don't think this is like a game that they should look at and feel like they did absolutely everything wrong and nothing that they did was correct. This was more the type of game where they couldn't even get set up. You know, you have a game plan, you come into a game, you want to do these certain things, and the other team just shuts you out. You can't really do any of those things because, you know, you go into mid, your medic is dead immediately from 2 soldiers. You're like, okay, well then let's set up on second. And then you go to second, and then the whole team is already in before you can even set up. And then you just have to hold last. So I think you saw a lot that game. We will have the logs on screen here. Obviously, I mean, it was a 4-0, so how much of that really does come down to that? But Poi dying 13 times, Pickles only 4 times. There will be 4 more Ubers as a net of that. Nikki and Baldur performing very nicely, damage-wise as well. I'm actually surprised that Laudox has as little damage as he does. Hans as well being out damaged by Brugman. They both found huge impact, something that isn't really told in the logs right here. Brugman and Zunis also had some big plays, but I really think that the soldier combo for Mandem did some huge lifting on this map.
Yeah, particularly on those mid fights, because I think obviously there's all these wonderful stats here. I'm with you. I think the big stat from this this game is the mid fights, because I believe it was 6-0 on mid fights, because there was the round reset as well on mid fights. I think Mandem won all 6 of them, and a lot of that was in part due to the soldiers. It was Lardox and Haunts going absolutely huge, coordinated bombs, going for plays behind sometimes, getting people into cafe, sweeping up the stragglers. It was, yeah, really great play by that soldier duo, who we saw glimpses of them doing that on product as well, when we saw them sort of bossing out the flank with Nicky's help as well. But yeah, it was really came into their own on Sunshine, and yeah, it was a big difference maker in my eyes.
Yeah, and even on the mids, I mean, as a soldier, sending in 2 soldiers to kill 1 medic, most teams can probably manage that. It's what you do beyond that. It's if you can do damage that your team can follow up on. It's juggling people in front. It's even picking up more frags beyond that. And, Mandem was really good at doing that. They were finding, like, above average value for bombs that was really saving them in a lot of situations. So, kudos to them. They really made those mid fights Haunts and Lodox, and they are a combo, a soldier duo that has a lot of history together, right? I believe they did win Div 1 together. They've played in Prim before. They played in Div 2 together as well. They've been kicking over there at Mendham for quite a while now.
Yeah, I guess sort of one last thought we'll think about. Obviously, this game was between two teams sort of vying for those playoff spots, which I guess they're not entirely set in stone currently, with still a few games left to play. But I guess 3 points apiece kind of helped out both of them. Forfen's now jumping up to 18 points, so they're now bridging the gap between themselves and potentially Varmkov or Havoc, who could be looking to chase them at the last spot. And Mandem temporarily putting themselves up at the top of the league, but of course there is TLR against the Germans happening over on the mainstream. So I guess it will be result depending on that. And I believe they're still going. So I think we should probably wrap up here quick so people can we can get over and catch the end of that one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming in, and hope everyone stays to the raid and catches the last 15 minutes of the TLR against